Hello friends and welcome back to my channel, All Things Trek 47. Bienvenidos. Today we're going to take a look at the Resolute skin for Star Trek Online. Today it was released. If you go to the Zen store on the top right hand corner right there, we go to the promotions tab, and as soon as it loads up, you'll be able to see. I'm going to have to scroll down just a little bit more, but you probably don't have to on your account. You'll see right here that we have the Star Trek Resurgence promotion giveaway, and there it is. Now this is not a ship, but rather a skin for the light cruiser. So basically right here you can see it says that this skin will work on the light cruiser, the Reliant Advanced Light Cruiser, the Fleet Soyuz, and then it lists the rest of the ships that this skin is compatible with. And as you can see, it looks just like the Resolute from the game Star Trek Resurgence. Now this is a collaboration. I believe today is the day that Resurgence comes out for PlayStation and Xbox in physical media. So still on PC, we don't have that. It's still through the Epic Store. Now let's go ahead and take a look at it. I already have my ship on here, and we're gonna go to the ship tailor, customize starship. So this is the ship I currently have, which is that the Bozeman type ship, but again, this can use different skins. So before we had the basically the Centaur Refit skin. If you wanted to roleplay like the Resolute in Resurgence, you had to use just the regular Centaur skin. As you can see right here, it's not a huge likeness to it. I mean, you can play around with it a little bit. Right here you can go to kind of change it. I believe I was using something like the Type 8B skin just to make it look a little bit better, in my opinion. And I was like, okay, this is how I role played being on the that ship. So the U.S.S. Resolute. So it looks neat. It looks okay. This model for the regular Centaur was redone a few years back, and they did such a fantastic job with it. But let's go ahead and take a look at what you're here for, the Centaur Refit skin, and let's take a look at differences. All right, there we are. Right away, you could see that the bridge is different. That area of the bridge is different, and you actually have a deflector dish down here. Let's go back to the Centaur. No deflector dish on there, just a couple of what looks like photon torpedo bays, but no visible deflector dish on the ship at all. So when you go to Centaur Refit, you can see deflector dish, and the saucer section is a little bit different in shape as well, but it looks really good. And I don't know if you noticed, but the nacelles are different too, just a bit. So here's Centaur. You still have this area, but you know, the Bassard collectors are basically covered in the Centaur right here, or at least armored or something like that, right? You don't see the glowy red bits. Now, if you go to Centaur Refit, you see it, and also the what are these things called? The pylons are a little bit different as well. But yeah, it's the really neat looking ship. Let's go ahead and change the background here. I always like to do this because it makes a ship stand out even more. So in case you didn't know, you could do that in the ship tailor. Just come down here and you could change the background. We got Earth Space Dock, Kronos, New Romulus, Gamma Quadrant. It's kind of a nice one. Green, I don't like that. Ooh, it's too bright. I prefer the black background. All right, so in case you're noticing, there's a little bit of a glitch here where you see the, basically, I think this was the conference room or something like that, and then up here you got the bridge area. There's a little bit of clipping. This does not happen when you have your ship in space, so you won't see this when you're actually playing with your ship. This only has shown up in the ship tailor, and Thomas Maroney has confirmed this. We chat a little bit on Twitter, and it's just happening within the ship tailor. It doesn't show up in space at all, so that's really great. So definitely that's not going to be an issue for anybody when you're playing with this skin. There's another issue. I think it's the phasers. I think I saw on Twitter, but that's gonna be fixed in a patch, I believe, tomorrow. So it shouldn't be an issue moving forward. All right, so I really like the skin. I love the fact that it's got a little deflector dish. I like the secondary hull. I really like the nacelles with the red bizarre collectors in the front. I guess that's like more of an orange color maybe, but it's neat. I really enjoy that look. Let's take a look at some of the material types. So it comes standard with the type 8 material, or at least, you know, it's on. Let's go ahead and switch some of these material types and see what it looks like. Start off with the Defiant. Oh, that looks really good. So you got these, I call it copper, right? Like a copper kind of look. And the front and even the bridge. That looks really nice. Oh, I love how the nacelles look on that. They just pop, and so does the deflector dish. Wow. This is really cool. Defiant's going to be a favorite of a lot of people, I think. All right, let's switch material types. Let's go to Discovery Era Starfleet Type 1. Now, some of these I have because of the ships I have unlocked. Not everybody is going to have all these material types. So just keep that in mind. If you don't see one of these, you might not have a ship that unlocks that skin. I just happen to have them, but the Defiant one, everybody should have that one. This is, again, Discovery Era Starfleet Type 1, and it looks good too. I think it kind of darkened the ship overall. Kind of a darker gray color. Sorry, go back to it. Kind of white on the nacelles. Reflector dish is like two-tone. You got some, looks like copper kind of in the middle with some white glowy bits. Nice looking. This skin looks good on it. Let's try the Type 2. All right, so it looks a little bit more armored, if you will, on the hull, a little bit lighter colored maybe. But then you got these really orange nacelles. Oh, and the deflector dish. You know, if orange is your color, this still looks pretty good on this ship. Doesn't look bad at all, actually. Oh, look at the, what is this? The impulse engines in the back. So, okay, really neat. Let's try the Discovery Type 3. Okay, so now the nacelles are a little bit more normal, except for the bizarre collectors. You got this kind of weird blue to them. Definitely looks like different types of hull materials were used to put this ship together, a little bit more hodgepodge. But again, it doesn't look that bad. If I were using this skin, it'd be a role-playing this ship as a, you know, it's a really, really old ship, put together kind of hastily to get back into action from just pieces that they could find. So still not bad looking. All right, Type 4. All right, so you got yellow bits on this one. Again, different patterns on the hull. You got these kind of burnt orange nacelles with very red bizarre collectors, an orange dish. Definitely like older type ship. It's almost doesn't look that much like a Federation. Like, I think it's because of this burnt orange color though. All right, let's take a look at Discovery Era Starfleet Type 5. Okay, so the skin is more what we consider to be probably normal looking for the hull material. A little less patchy, but you got really yellow nacelles and bizarre collectors and deflector dish. So if you like yellow, it's not bad looking actually. It's not that bad. Even the impulse engines give off this kind of yellow glow. All right, Type 6, Discovery Era Type 6. All right, and here again you have these kind of more Aztecing, I guess, of the hull, kind of more patchy looking, and I really don't like the color on the nacelles on that one. It's like a bluish, but then I don't know, it doesn't look that even. It looks like it almost has like a little bit of white kind of here. So, and then you got yellow for the impulse engines in the back there. I mean, it's still not horrible looking by any means. In fact, I think that this kind of shield still works for this kind of ship versus others. Let's try Fleet. Oh, that's actually really neat looking. Now, this is an old skin, I believe, so the fact that it looks this good on the ship is a tribute to the skin, or to this, to the skin here of this ship, the Centaur Refit. That is not bad looking at all, actually. I quite like that. And, you know, you could change the colors, too, of some of these areas. Like, look at this. You know, you can make it reddish. You can make it purple. You can even make it black. You know, and it looks really good. So, you customize that however you need to. Now we go to Fleet number 2, Fleet Skin 2. And in Fleet Skin 2, we have almost the same thing. Let's see, 1 and then 2, 1 and 2. All right, it's a little bit of a difference. It's kind of lighter on Fleet 2. Take a look at the Galaxy. Oh yeah, Galaxy looks really good on here. Now I am seeing this kind of interesting yellow right here next to the copper areas, and also in the RCS thrusters, which I think that's what these are. So, that's interesting looking at. I do like the way the skin looks, kind of this Galaxy-esque type gray is what I would call it. Even the blue looks nice. Impulse engines, the Bazaar collectors, and the dish. Yeah, I definitely use this one right here, the Galaxy. Material type looks good on there. All right, moving on to the Intrepid. Oh wow, yeah, the Intrepid looks really good. Almost like it belongs on this ship. Look at that. So here you got gold accents throughout the ship. I guess this one's more copper, kind of towards the what do you call them? The pylons. But yeah, I like the nacelles. The nacelles look good, and the Bazaar collectors look good, and the deflector dish looks great as well. This is really nice. Definitely liking this Intrepid material type on the ship. All right, let's go to the NX. So this is from, like, you know, the Enterprise, not the one from the original series, but the show Enterprise. All right, it looks pretty good too, actually. So I think it loses me a little bit in the nacelles themselves. The color, I guess because the nacelles are so big too, you kind of notice it more. The impulse engines are this kind of a light bluish green, and but yeah, it doesn't look bad. Let's try the NX Reef hull material type, so this area is grayish, kind of in the back of the saucer section here, or in the middle rather, but towards the back of the kind of like the conference room area and stuff like that. Still, the nacelles have that kind of same kind of glow to them, but definitely lighter than the regular NX. It still looks good. All right, moving on to the Sovereign. Now this is the regular Sovereign. Oh, you could really see the details in that hull. You see that little bit of Aztecing in the hull, even in the blue bits right there. Wow. Now this is really clean looking. I like it. You got gold accents here and there, and that hull's got that two-tone color on it. You have looks like you have a little bit of black, a little bit of gold, and then you have that blue ring around it. I like it. I think it looks good. Let's try the refit. Sovereign refit. Okay, so definitely a darker type hull. You can see the Aztecing quite a bit more, but most of the other bits remain the same. You still have these gold accents throughout, and the deflector dish looks pretty much the same. But if you want a little bit darker hull, this is it right here. And you like that Sovereign look. I think it looks really good. Type 0, this is the TOS kind of material type. And oh yeah, this looks great too. Look at that. I actually like the white in the nacelles. You still got the red Bazaar collectors on there. The dish, you can see that it's kind of like a copper color with a little bit of glowing bits on it. I like that. The top, you have this copper here and that copper color right there where the bridge module's at. Oh yeah, I think this looks really, really nice actually. Very good. And let's see, if you change some of the colors on here, you can really customize that however you want. Looks great with a black on it, or even with a little bit more of a throwing towards a brown color. Looks really neat. I like that a lot. All right, I'm gonna skip 1, 2, and 3. Actually, no, let's go through it just real. I'm just gonna fly through these though. This is type 1. These are the older type 2. Actually, none of these are looking that bad, and they usually look really bad nowadays. This is type 3. I mean, with the exception here of the kind of the Bazaar collectors, it may be the nacelles a little bit. It doesn't look that bad. Type 4. Okay, kind of a darker look to it. Kind of looks a little bit like carbon scoring on it. Type 5, 6. Type 6 doesn't look bad. Let's try type 7. Yeah, this looks really neat. It almost has that look of the bug ships, the Jem'Hadar ships. They have this kind of material, and it looks very similar to this right here. In fact, if I were to take that and make it purple, kind of like the Jem'Hadar ships. Let me see. I'm trying to get the right color here. Maybe something like this. It looks very similar to the Jem'Hadar material, especially the newer Jem'Hadar ships. Can't find the right color, but something like that. Looks all right though. I think I like it. Look at the bottom there. Ooh, I like that a lot, actually. So yeah, Type 7 looks really good. Let's try Type 7A. This is a little bit newer. Again, I find this interesting that you got kind of this half yellow copper look to it. Also on the RCS thrusters, but it doesn't look bad. It's just kind of unique. All right. On the bottom, you can see these little bits of Aztecing kind of stand out because of the contrast between the darker grays and then the kind of the more whiter parts of the hull. I like this little blue part right here on the bottom of the nacelles. But yeah, I think it looks Type 7A. Type 8, this is the standard one when you first turn on the Centaur Refit skin. We've already seen that one, so let's move on to 8B. 8B happens to be one of my favorite skins, or newer material types rather. I think it makes most ships look really good. This is nice because you got these gold accents throughout. The hull itself has a little bit more contrast than 8. 8 is a little bit more white and bright, and 8B brings like the contrast down almost. And the nacelles look great. The Bassard collectors look really good, and the deflector dish as well. Back end looks like with the impulse engines and these are torpedo tubes, I believe, aft. I don't like the impulse engines all that much because it's got a little bit of this black area kind of on the corners. If it was solid red, I think I'd like it more, but I guess it's not bad though. I mean, I would not use this skin just because of that. So, was that a double negative? I think so. All right, let's go to upgrade. Oh yeah, upgrade looks neat. Just kind of shines a little bit more. This is an older skin as well, but you know what? Oh, I actually like the impulse engines on this thing. Look at that. See, I like that it's a darker red in the corners, and then you got this lighter kind of orange in the middle or whatever. That I think looks good. This is an older skin, or older material type rather. I keep saying skin. Older material type for these ships, but I like it. I think it looks good on here actually, and it's, you know, I'm finding that a lot of these material types actually look good on this ship. There's not many that don't look good. Let's try the veterans. I spoke too soon. I mean, it's not horrible. I've seen it be worse on ships, but I just really don't like this veteran skin. This was given to veterans of the game that reached a certain level or certain amount of time playing and stuff like that, and man, it really needs an update. So yeah, it doesn't look great on there, but man, most of the material types on this ship looked fantastic. And again, you customize some of the colors on it, make the ship look how you want. And this doesn't even include any of the vanity shields. And there's so many of them out there that could change the look of your ship. But this is enough, I think. I mean, you could switch around the material types and the colors of parts of the hull, and you're golden. I mean, you really don't need vanity shields on this one, but I might do a video with vanity shields on this ship later on. So that's all we got. I mean, we can go ahead and do randomize if you want. Let me click that actually a couple times just to see what kind of interesting things we get. That's actually pretty interesting looking to me. It's using the new Centaur Refit nacelles. I think this is the Milikowski or something like that, and this is the TOS Miranda class deflector dish. Interesting. Let me hit that again. And okay, there's so many options with the Miranda class ships. This is truly the most customizable ship in the game. You can make this look very, very interesting with the different hull types and material types. So Barbie, if Barbie is the end game to you, then definitely get all the Miranda class ships because you'll be able to find some really interesting looking designs like this one right here. Pretty cool. All right, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I just wanted to kind of showcase the different material types on the new Centaur Refit skin based on Star Trek Resurgence, the U.S.S. Resolute. Hope that y'all have enjoyed it. If you have, please go ahead and leave a like at the bottom of this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. It really helps me out. I appreciate y'all. Hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, live long and prosper.